Welcome to Madagascar, an island everybody's heard about. But where exactly is it?
Hello there. You're probably wondering what I'm doing in this recording studio. Well, at the moment we are putting the finishing touches to a really exciting promotion. It's actually part of an important Fiat celebration. We are toasting the fact that we have just produced the 1 millionth Fiat Uno. The car that was voted Car of the Year in 1984 is clearly regarded just as highly in 1985. And we here in the UK have been given the millionth Uno to exploit in preference to all other European markets. We intend to use this car as the vehicle to create media interest, publicity, and showroom traffic from May 20th through to July 31st, thus capitalizing on the August peak selling period. We have, over the past years, held strong links with the World Wildlife Fund and have considered them to be a worthwhile organization to donate the millionth Uno to. We will launch a unique appeal to raise money for an urgent and emotive cause. Already the BBC, Channel 4, national and regional press and local radio have pledged their support to this appeal. You will see later in the video the promotion is split into two parts, each of which has a singularly sharp sales edge which, with your commitment, should result in unprecedented awareness and showroom traffic. Heading up the appeal element of this exercise is a man whose name and voice you'll all recognize and who is heralded internationally as a wildlife authority, David Bellamy.
Thank you, Peter. Well, what is this appeal all about? Quite simply, it is about making the living world a safer place. Much of the world's natural resources and wildlife is under threat from an explosive time bomb, namely from the relentless march of civilization, and in particular from a certain breed of wildlife, the two-legged variety, Homo sapiens. Action must be taken now to save these finite resources. Madagascar is a part of the world that's at the top of the list. That's why we are launching the FIAT Madagascar appeal. Well, first of all, where is Madagascar? I mean, it's not the sort of place you're going to go and take your summer holidays, is it? Well, it's just off the east coast of Africa, and believe it or not, it's actually the 4th largest island in the world. But even more important than this is Madagascar's extraordinary wildlife population. For a start, 9 out of 10 of the animals and plants found in the forests of Madagascar are seen nowhere else in the world. There are strange and wonderful breeds of lemurs, exotic birds, frogs, butterflies, and other quite extraordinary creatures. Many animals have already become extinct. Others, like the aye-aye, are in real danger of suffering the same fate. Now, the aye-aye is a rather strange little monkey-like creature with great saucer-like eyes. He's a very rare sight indeed these days. In fact, we suspect that there are only probably no more than a dozen aye-aye left in the whole world. And that's why it's vital that we all do all we can to protect him and the hundreds of other endangered species that are only found on Madagascar. On the island itself, they've adopted a policy of protecting the remaining rainforests and the animals that inhabit them. The World Wildlife Fund regard it as a matter of the utmost urgency. And now, thanks to the backing of FIAT, through the FIAT Madagascar appeal, it looks as though we'll be able to make significant progress in tackling this problem. So I'd appreciate you doing everything you possibly can, like I am, to make this promotion a wild success.
And here's what Fiat are doing to make this promotion a wild success for you, the Fiat dealer. At this moment, we're in the middle of an extensive PR campaign to generate interest and excitement for the appeal and promote a prestigious and caring image for the company. FIAT have put together a substantial package of material designed to secure the all-important coverage needed to launch this campaign. We're sending out special videotapes to TV stations, radio tapes to all the ILR and BBC stations in the UK, and circulating press releases to all national, local and specialist press. The important dates to remember, when the appeal will be running, are from May the 16th to June the 20th. The campaign is a schedule of specially selected programmes, starting with the launch on Blue Peter on May the 16th, plus follow-up features on Breakfast Time, TV AM, BBC Wild Track, John Craven's News Round and Channel 4's Telethon, providing substantial exposure for the appeal, telling millions of viewers all about the FIAT Madagascar appeal. Over the airwaves too, national and local radio stations, including Radio 1, 2 and 4, will be carrying interviews and providing plenty of information about the appeal. And up and down the country, from Land's End to John O'Groats, the national and local press will be publishing full details of this vital appeal, including special features in such national newspapers as The Observer, Daily Mail and Daily Mirror. This massive media coverage will generate unprecedented interest. Firstly, by telling people all about the wildlife situation in Madagascar, and secondly, by telling them how they can support the appeal and help to remedy this situation. To support the FIAT Madagascar appeal, the viewer or reader is asked to pick up the phone and dial Teledata on 01 200 0200. To everyone who makes that telephone call, FIAT will pledge £1 towards the appeal. This is the first stage in a process which will create substantial traffic through your showroom. The caller will be told more about the FIAT appeal and will leave his name and address. He will then receive through the post a response pack containing a number of items, including a letter from Peter Quaglia about the success of the Fiat Uno and FIAT's involvement in the Madagascar appeal, an entertaining and informative flexi-disc recorded by David Bellamy, an appeal sticker, and finally, and most importantly for FIAT dealers, a prize scratch card which acts as the device to generate that vital showroom traffic. This is an easy-to-enter competition with a very high percentage of winners. Certainly the number of winning cards will run into tens of thousands. Everyone who has a winning scratch card is invited to go to their local FIAT dealer, in the case of a child, with an adult over 18 years of age, to pick up an exciting prize. Your winning customers will need to complete the details on the back of the card, which you will need to sign and date. Winning cards can be accepted up to July the 8th. The prize is actually the FIAT Million Hits album, a compilation LP or cassette by the original artists of records which, like the Fiat Uno, have topped the million-seller market. It's a brilliant and genuinely exclusive record, with artists like Wham!, Duran Duran, Paul Young, Nick Kershaw, the Thompson Twins, Tina Turner, Eurythmics, and Cliff Richard. This album will be an extremely attractive and desirable item, with very high perceived value. After giving your customer his or her choice of LP or cassette, you should make a separate note of the names and addresses to add to your existing mailing list. The cards then go into the special scratch card postbox. The situation could arise where you will require additional stocks of LPs and cassettes. Also, you may find that there is not an equal demand for either LP or cassette. Before the start of the appeal on May the 16th, you will be sent an equal stock of each. Should you require more, we shall be providing your zone manager with a reserve stock of LPs and cassettes. He should be your first contact to obtain additional stocks, as and when required. There's also a special phone number, 01 848 7242, on which you can order urgent additional quantities. After July the 8th, your zone manager will collect all the scratch cards. Of course, the number of scratch cards will relate precisely to the number of albums given out from your showroom for the appeal. Obviously, the most important thing about this competition is that it draws adults over 18 into your showroom. So, if, for example, you're presenting a child with a great prize, you can also present the accompanying adult with the opportunity to test drive the superb Fiat Uno or any other cars in the Fiat range. As with all successful promotions, the timing is crucial. And the promotion linked to the Fiat Madagascar appeal has been perfectly timed to lead into another major Fiat campaign. The Million Hits Test Drive Promotion, again linked to the production of the millionth Uno. This commences the day following the close of the appeal and will run from June the 21st to July the 31st. Quite simply, Fiat will be inviting people into your showrooms to test drive the Fiat Uno or any other new Fiat, the 126, Panda, Strada, Regatta, or the sporty X19 VS. Everyone who takes a test drive in any Fiat during this period takes home a free copy of the Fiat Million Hits LP or cassette. And once again, you will be supplied with stocks of LPs and cassettes with further copies available on 01 848 7242 or from your zone manager. Exactly the same procedure will be adopted. Everyone who takes a test drive must, of course, be over 18. Following the test drive, you should ask your customer to fill in the relevant sections of the three-part test drive voucher. The Fiat section is prepaid free post and should be sent back to Fiat to be used as a central record of test drive response. The customer section is given as proof that a test drive has been taken and also acts as a guarantee of receiving the Million Hits album in case of the dealership being temporarily out of stock. Naturally, the dealer section is kept in order to add to your customer lists for any further contact in the future. The rules of the test drive promotion are to be found on the voucher. Leading on from the Fiat Madagascar appeal with the incentive of a free LP, the Million Hits test drive promotion is guaranteed to make the launch of the new C registration cars on August the 1st an overwhelming success. To provide further support for these promotions, Fiat will be supplying two superb point-of-sale packages. The first relating to the actual appeal, the period from May the 16th to June the 20th, and the second to cover the Million Hits test drive period, from June the 21st to July the 31st. Both point-of-sale packages will be colourful and eye-catching. And in order to provide a link between the appeal and test drive promotions, the point of sale concentrates on the Million Hits element, which is, of course, the common theme throughout the campaign period. The first package is scheduled to arrive at your showroom before the launch date on May the 16th. Its purpose being to put across to the public the fact that something very special is happening with Fiat. Remember, the individuals who visit your showroom to collect their Million Hits album will be very aware of the campaign. So to these people, the point of sale works as a visible and familiar link to the response pack. However, the point of sale is also designed to act as a teaser to entice individuals who are so far unaware of the campaign to find out more by coming into the showroom and asking. This initial teaser-style package concentrates on a large window display. This comes in two sections. A copy message, "What have Fiat got up their sleeve? Find out more inside," will be on a single panel and should be positioned above a large-scale reproduction of the Million Hits LP cover, also supplied on a single panel. A second point-of-sale package will arrive before the end of the appeal period. Immediately after the appeal, namely on June the 21st, you should change over to this new POS. This POS talks directly about the Million Hits incentive offer on any new Fiat test-driven before July the 31st. This second package includes the large window display. The colour visual of the album cover remains in position from the previous POS. A new copy panel will be substituted which reads, "Free when you test drive any new Fiat before July the 31st. A large colour poster. A set of 4 different smaller colour posters, each relating to one of the main artists on the album. 2 car crowners for use throughout the showroom. Undoubtedly, because it has hit the million mark, the Fiat Uno is the star and should act as a focus of attention in your showroom. But the POS is designed to work across the complete Fiat range. As a final focal point during the appeal from May the 16th to June the 20th, we'd advise you to use your video recorder to also play the engrossing interview with David Bellamy about the Fiat Madagascar appeal, which is on a separate video. I'm sure that your customers will find it interesting. The accompanying guide should be read in conjunction with this video, which also details the workings of both promotions.
Well, there you have it. A complete, comprehensive and emotive way of communicating the 1 millionth Uno and Fiat's social responsibility towards world resources. A powerful and unique campaign indeed. But all of this and all these actions would come to naught without the commitment of you, our dealers. Ensure that everyone in your dealership is aware of this exciting program. Ensure you are geared up to any local opportunities that are available to you. Ensure that visitors are treated properly and with the respect that prospective customers deserve. Ensure your point-of-sale material is placed in the most prominent position. Ensure that your own advertising capitalizes on the million hits album and the cassette test drive offer. Remember, the album or cassette will be highly desirable, so exploit it to the fullest. With all these actions and your commitment, we can ensure high awareness of the Uno's success and secure unprecedented showroom traffic leading up to the peak August selling period. I am sure that you'll find taking part in this promotion to be enjoyable and worthwhile, and you will convert the showroom traffic into a profitable experience as well. Good luck and good selling.